to No Guilt, Just Growth. I'm Kristen Pomper, wife, coach, and corporate working mom of two. I help ambitious working moms stop running on empty and start building lives they're obsessed with, without the guilt or burnout. I'm on a mission to redefine what success looks like for moms. Because one thing I know for sure, it's not about putting everyone else's needs above your own. If you're ready to stop surviving and start thriving, you're in the right place. Hey gal, welcome back to the show. I am so excited to be with you here today. I know I didn't get a chance to publish an episode last week. I was out of the country celebrating my cousin's wedding in Thailand. And while I had every intention to record multiple episodes before my trip, I honestly just did not get to it. And that's what makes this episode so much sweeter. Today, I want to start with a truth that I think most moms feel, but almost none are willing to say out loud. You're not tired of being a mom. You're tired from being a mom, from doing it well. That line stopped me in my tracks when I first read it, because I don't think it just describes motherhood. It felt like it was targeted at me. But I also want to talk about something even more honest, something that might make you second guess and question everything, because maybe you've felt it too. There are days when you're not just tired from motherhood, you're tired of it. Not tired of your kids, not tired of loving them, but tired of being so needed so constantly, with no space to exist as your own self. And today we're going to talk about both. What it looks like to be tired from being a mom, from doing motherhood well, and what it looks like when that tired starts shifting into something heavier. Because understanding the difference, I think that's where everything changes. I'll start by being a little bit vulnerable and sharing a moment, a real life moment that I think happens to all of us, where this all became clear for me. I remember it was a weekday. I was going to drop Liv off at school. And I just remember it being one of those mornings where the air feels so thick before anything even happens. Liv was upset because she didn't want to wear any of the clean clothes in her closet. Right now, she basically cycles through 3 or 4 different dresses. And if they're not clean, she just does not want to wear anything else. Grady had just tipped over his milk. We're trying to get away from bottles and we're moving towards sippy cups. And he's also at this kind of awkward height where he can reach things from our kitchen island without his little tower. So he had just spilled his milk all over the place because I had yet to get a chance to put the lid on it. My phone was buzzing nonstop with emails and Teams messages about a meeting that I swear was not on my calendar the night before. And I just remember the house feeling like chaos in surround sound. I was desperately trying to be patient, calm, organized, and somehow also professional. And in the middle of all of it, Liv looks up at me after her tantrum and says, "Mommy, will you play with me after school?" And I don't know what it was about that, but through a clenched jaw and tight fists, this like tiny shockwave moved through me. Not because I didn't want to play, not because I didn't adore her, but because it dawned on me that I was already completely maxed out before the day had even begun. And that was the moment that I realized I wasn't tired of motherhood. I was tired from showing up, from doing it well, from trying so hard to be present and intentional, loving, patient, consistent, without space to breathe. And yet, I've had other moments where that felt different. I can remember a point in time, this time I specifically remember it was on a weekend because Bobby was home. The house was loud. I was completely overstimulated. There were magnet tiles all over the place. I mean, the kids' area was just completely scattered with toys. You know, when there's like 10 different snack cups scattered around the house, the TV playing probably Bluey in the background. And I just remember Grady kind of whimpering. He's in this phase where he has kind of found his voice, but he doesn't know how to talk. So it's just like, at my leg. And Liv probably in the bathroom yelling for me because she needs help, even though she knows how to do everything on her own in the bathroom. And of course, Bobby was outside, probably organizing the garage, doing his own thing. I was inside, rotating between the same 3 rooms on autopilot, trying to put shit away, clean up, do whatever. I just remember standing in the kitchen with my hands in hot soapy water, staring out the window, not really at anything. And this thought just came over me. And it was just how much I missed my freedom. I miss choosing how I spent my time. I miss not being needed every second. And the guilt hit me instantly in my chest because what mom admits that? Like, what mom says she's tired of it, even if it's just for a moment. But here's what I know now. That moment didn't mean I didn't love my kids. It didn't mean that I wanted a different life. It didn't make me ungrateful. It meant I was drowning. I was all consumed. And it meant that I needed space inside my own life. It meant my identity needed nurturing. It meant I needed to feel like me again. And that's the difference that we don't talk about enough. Being tired from motherhood is about capacity. Being tired of motherhood is about identity. Both are normal. Both are human. Both are part of the motherhood experience. And neither makes you a bad mom. I think it's really easy to confuse the two. Being tired of motherhood and being tired from motherhood. This specific kind of tired sounds like I want to be playful, but my body just feels drained. Or I'm overstimulated even though I love them so freaking much. Or my patience evaporates, not because I don't care, but because I'm depleted. Or even like my brain feels loud, even in the quietest of moments. That one is literally me. And it looks like getting up early so mornings aren't chaotic, packing lunches when you want nothing more than to just sit down and relax. Or remembering school theme days and doctor's appointments, or even sitting on the floor to play even when you're exhausted, or holding emotional space for your kids even when yours is empty. All of those, they're not tired of being a mom. That's I'm mothering with intention, and intention requires energy. And can I just point out that all of those things happen more than they don't, because I sure as hell have been the one that forgets the theme day. It's pajama day and Liv is literally the only one in her pink dress, the one of 4 on her rotating schedule, or the one that forgets dentist appointments. But you remembering those things happens more times than it doesn't. Again, it's not about perfection. You're not exhausted because you're doing motherhood wrong. You're exhausted because you're doing it right without enough restoration. Most moms feel it when the line blurs, when that tired from motherhood becomes tired of motherhood. Here's how it shows up for me. Irritation becomes your default. You mentally check out while physically staying present. You fantasize about your old life, not for a break, but for escape. Basic parenting tasks feel heavier. You become the leftovers mom. Your kids just get what's left of you at day's end. Or one tiny inconvenience completely wrecks you. These aren't signs you're failing. They're signs that you're disconnected from yourself. And when you're connected to yourself, motherhood feels meaningful, even when it's hard. But when you're disconnected, motherhood feels like it's suffocating. If this is all resonating, if you're thinking, fuck, this is me, I want you to hit pause and download my Working Mom Reset Guide. I will put the link in the show notes. It will help you rebuild your energy, your capacity, and your sense of self, one tiny shift at a time. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. I think there's 3 core reasons why moms start to become tired of it versus being tired from it. The first one is that you stopped tending to your identity, not your self-care, but your identity. You stop doing things that make you feel like you. And when you stop nurturing your identity, you lose access to the version of you that motherhood needs most. The second one is you start parenting from depletion. When your tank is empty, even the sweetest moments feel draining. I've said it before and it's so cliche, but it's true. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And when you're doing so, nothing feels fair. Not to you, not to them. And then the last one is that you forget that motherhood requires recovery. You run these emotional marathons every single day, and you give yourself 0 recovery time. That's why you're not tired of motherhood. You're tired of never getting to catch your breath inside of it. So here's how to shift out of the wrong kind of tired. First, I would identify your biggest drain. Just one thing, not 10. Awareness gives you power to change it. Then I would choose one tiny restorative habit. Tiny is not the same as insignificant. Tiny is sustainable. And sustainable is what's going to help that feeling where you just feel like you are always at capacity. And then the third, protect one micro moment of presence. 10 minutes, phones away, just connection. This alone can soften the resentment and connect you to your why. I think we get so caught up in the fact that we have to be present all the time. We have to say yes every single time our kids ask us to play. It doesn't take hours on end. It takes these small micro moments to build connection every single day. Start with 10 minutes. And then lastly, drop the pressure to be emotionally perfect. You can love your kids and need space. You can adore them and get overstimulated. You can want a break. You can be human. Your kids don't need perfect. They need repair. They need real. And then lastly, ask for support before crisis mode. Asking early is not weakness. It's prevention. Here's what I want you to hear. Moms who are tired of being moms don't listen to podcasts like this. They're not reflecting. They're not seeking tools. They're not trying to show up better. And the very fact that you're here, that you're thinking about this, that you're trying, means that you're one of the good ones. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're not losing your spark. You're just overdue for support, space, breath, and being poured into, not just poured out of. When you give yourself even an inch of breathing room, everything gets lighter. Not because motherhood changed, but because you finally got to exhale inside of it. So next time you feel that heaviness, that frustration, that I can't do one more thing moment, I just want you to ask yourself, am I tired of being a mom or tired from being a mom, from doing it well? Chances are it's the second. And that's not failure. That's love. That's intention. That's motherhood done with your whole heart. You don't need more hours. You need more support. You don't need a new life. You just need breathing room inside of the one that you have. And friend, that's exactly what we're going to keep working on inside of this podcast. If this episode hit home, send me a message on Instagram and tell me which part landed. I love hearing your stories. And if you know of a mom who loves her kids so deeply, but is tired from doing motherhood well, share this episode with her. She needs this reminder too. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an incredible week. You are doing such a great job, and I will see you in the next episode.